they didn't work very well.
Until I bought a Yamaha, then I learned.
That's it, just tear up my motor.
Well, you'll clear it out right now.
I brought into the shop a long time ago. I like all motorcycles. And it was basically a Harley shop completely. And I brought in, you know, I had Harleys, but I brought in some Yamahas, and I brought in a lot of clientele that rode different types of motorcycles. And they learned around here that you can put, you know, make them look like anything else, and they can do anything else. And so that's kind of what I brought on board. And now, you know, now we still have our Harley, but we've got some other guys that ride other type of motorcycles. And if you look around here, you see Triumphs, and you see Yamahas, and you see, but you see, you know, a good portion of them are Harleys. But
yeah, I'm just hoping this bike don't come back in too soon.
my wife rides too, and one time she always pulls up when we park right next to me, and it'd drive me crazy because she'd pull up and I couldn't even leave my bike over. She wants to stay close to me, so we pull up to a restaurant. We pull up and she pulls her bike in like this, and I stand there. A couple of my buddies ride up and we're talking. We're sitting on our bikes, so we talk for 20 minutes. I forget to put the kickstand down, and I just got off the bike. Custom paint job. Bike falls over, and thank God she pulled up like that, because the bike kind of caught her front wheel and it kind of held my bike up, and there wasn't, you know, barely any damage, just a little. So now I let her park right next to me, so just, you know, that's the best way to do it. Let the wife park right on top of you.
You've got a kicker bike, right? Once you have a kicker bike, things seem to start for you on the second or third kick. Then you go out and you're in public, you start kicking on your bike. Next scene is you got 20 people standing in front of you to watch you kick your bike.
All of a sudden it's a wet t-shirt contest.
Then you're sweating, and then the next scene is you're kicking on that thing about 30 times, and then somebody, because you're so nervous, says, "Hey man, why don't you turn your key switch on?" It's like, oh, yeah, right, whatever.
Hey
yeah.
man.
No, I just meant to do that,
That's not your bike.
I was priming it. I was priming it.
That's a kickstand
I was out
anyway.
here testing all of you. I was priming it.
Bring this into this other room. I'll show you. I'll show you what my function is around this shop. The way the shop works around here, the first rule of the shop is the more tattoos you have, the more tools you get to use. Okay. See this big toolbox? Well, I don't have any tattoos, so all they allow me is to use this. And I only get to use this on Sundays. And we're not open on Sundays, so that's how we do that. Okay? That's my function around the shop.
You know what? I'm missing tools again.
And furthermore, Susan, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised.
I know that kid's taking a tool home a day, at least.
He says if he doesn't get a scholarship to go play baseball, he's going to go to MMA.
Is he? Really?
He's all like,
Why
yeah,
in anybody's right mind would they want to do this for a living?
I don't know. I make it look glamorous or something.
Yeah, you do. Look at the fluffy hair. I
Oh
love
yeah.
it.
It's really
I'm loving
flowing, baby, today.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that is a piston there. That's what happens when you run too much air to your mixture. You have an intake leak. Even if you run a blower, it's a rush of air and it pushes too much in there. You need the proper amount of fuel and air. But this is what happens when you have too much air and not enough fuel. Piston gets hot. And the next scene after this is usually a pinging stage, and in the pinging you can usually see spots up in the front that aluminum is actually being taken from the piston. Nifty. Hey bro, call me. Call me.
Call me.
What's your number?
5. My number's 5. Used to be 6, but now I've changed it. Too many people were calling me.
Matt put that, well, Matt really built most of that on his own without any influence. Like I'll come and I'll have ideas on a lot of the bikes that I do for they build, but but on that one, I was on the road for months, and I come home and I said, look, we're going to build my wife a bike. This is how we're gonna do it. And when I came back, he already had that sucker sitting, you know, sitting pretty on it, and the whole frame was just laid out right, and the fenders, and then it got the cover of magazine, and it was like, I mean, you know, that was really, I've learned to stay out of his way a lot, you know. Just let him do what he's going to do. And Jimmy, he's such a great mechanic that, you know, you just can't beat these guys.
All of a sudden, my brake failed me again. Are you sure it ain't your foot? Sure your foot didn't fail you?